drinking tea today. Like, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be talking about my second trimester, which I am currently in. So there were a couple of things that I thought about after finishing and posting my first trimester video. Like I mentioned, the nausea and feeling the need to burp and not being able to. So ginger beer being my go-to to help me out with that. But one thing I also realized during that, first trimester, one thing that really helped to avoid even getting to that point of being nauseous at all was to eat before I got hungry. So that was something that I got in the habit of doing, eating before I got hungry, because once I got hungry and then waited too long to eat, that's when I would get nauseous. So that was something that I learned, something that I had to get in the habit of doing, eating before getting hungry. And that definitely was super helpful to do. So that's something that I wanted to add to first trimester video, just in case you've watched that video and you're here checking out my second trimester, just add that to your notes. So second trimester. So the second trimester, I will say that I have more energy. I'm not taking as many naps. I think it's been a couple of weeks since I've taken a nap, to be honest. Yeah, I've been going all day without taking naps. Yeah, most days I don't take a nap. I do, by the end of the day, get really tired, but then sometimes I end up staying up late still, or waking up throughout the night. So that's something that has been happening since the first trimester, waking up in the middle of the night. So I wake up either to use the bathroom, or I wake up because I'm like suddenly hungry, just in the middle of my sleep. Now, I will say that I used to be a snacker at night anyway. Like sometimes I would wake up and eat things in the middle of the night before even becoming pregnant. So that's not a completely new thing to me. But what's new about it is the frequency. So it happens more now. I'm thinking the last couple nights I did not, because I've been super tired. So I just like sleep through the night. I don't even wake up to use the bathroom the last 2 nights. But I will keep snacks. I will keep snacks by the bed on my nightstand. And when I wake up to use the bathroom and then I go to lay back down and I'm still like awake because I'm feeling hungry, I don't have to actually leave the room. I have something right there. So sometimes it's grapes, sometimes it's cake. So it just depends on what the mood is. But I've been trying to keep healthier snacks nearby, because waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, eating cake, and then going back to sleep is not the best. But not to like justify it or anything, but I only eat like a spoon or 2 of cake. So it's not like I'll eat a whole slice, if that makes it any better. But grapes are a better option. Grapes are a way better option. So nosebleeds. I had a few nosebleeds during this second trimester. I don't know what that's about, because I've never been a nosebleed kind of person. So I thought that was kind of strange to be experiencing that now. I did freak out the first time, because what is this? Why is my nose bleeding? So the feeling that came over me was like, oh, I need to wipe my nose. My nose is about to start running. And I went to wipe it and it was blood. And I was like, what? So that happened. That has happened 3 or 4 times. We talked to the midwife about it, and she asked if I've been staying hydrated, because that could be causing it. So I try to stay as hydrated as possible. I did read a couple articles on some of the apps that I have, the pregnancy apps, where ladies say they do experience like frequent nosebleeds. Thankfully, it's not a regular occurrence for me, but it has happened a handful of times. It hasn't happened it hasn't happened in the last few weeks, so I'm grateful for that. So I guess I'm staying hydrated enough. But yeah, maternity clothes. I haven't bought any maternity clothes. I have been given a couple of things that are like maternity pants, like tights. My aunt got me a maternity top and tights, and my mom gave me some maternity pants as well. But I haven't bought any and I haven't been wearing any maternity clothes just yet. I know I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to need some like pants that are maternity wear. But what I've been doing is wearing stretchy dresses. They have been the go to. They've been comfortable. Dresses have been just the easiest thing to wear, and they're stretchy, so I can still fit them. I bought quite a few more dresses, but I think that I got them in a medium. I usually wear small. I got them in a medium because I figured I could wear these after pregnancy as well. So I haven't gotten any maternity clothes, but I think what I'll end up doing as it gets colder outside, which we don't get like extremely cold winters, but it gets pretty cold here in Florida. Um, I will probably get some maternity jeans in the winter because I'll probably need those. I like jeans, so I'll probably need a couple pair for the winter. So far, just sizing up has been super helpful for me, and I can still wear cute stuff because I've noticed that some of the maternity clothes, for one, they're just really pricey for no reason, just because it's maternity, and then it's not that cute. So like what's that about? Who made those rules? This trimester, I've found myself bumping into things. I'm not going to say that it's because I've become clumsy, because I am a little clumsy already, but it's not even that. It's just I find myself trying to squeeze through spaces that I'm usually able to just like, pass by something without pushing it in. Like a chair, for example. If there's a chair and a counter, usually I just like squeeze through, but I can't do that now. And that's been funny because I'll like do it just out of habit, go to squeeze through a space, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have to got to move things now. So that's funny. Um, it's an adjustment, just getting used to, you know, extra body. This is it's different for me, but it's really fun because then I'm like, oh, that's right, baby. So I got to be careful. Sometimes when I'm up in the middle of the night, let's say I go use the bathroom, or I wake up and I'm hungry and I eat something and then I'm just laying there and I can't fall back asleep. Sometimes I'm just up for like an hour or two. And at first I was getting a little frustrated because I really value my sleep and I'm really trying to take advantage of sleep now because I know it's going to change for a while. So I'm trying to, get all the sleep I can. But instead of getting like too frustrated about it, I've started looking at it as training. I'm just up sometimes. I just have either it's a burst of energy or I'm just not feeling sleepy anymore. So I'm just up at 3 o'clock in the morning looking at random videos, reading random things. One time I found myself watching a video about the difference between crocheting and knitting. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm watching a video about that. I don't crochet or knit. I would love to learn, but that's that's what I was doing. I was just up. So I look at it as training because I'm sure there'll be plenty of nights that I'll be up at 3 o'clock in the morning for a couple of hours with the baby. So I'm getting used to it now. And I think that's a cool thing how my body's like, let's train. Let's get used to being up in the middle of the night, shall we? It's about time. Wake up. A couple of weeks ago, I had a busy day, and I am a meditation and yoga teacher, and I had an event earlier that day. And when I came home, my husband and I had some plans. We had things that we had to do, but it just seemed like a busy day to me, which I usually love busy days. I like when things are planned out and I just have stuff to do, a full schedule. And it wasn't even that it was a full schedule, but we had plans. Um, and I had plans in the morning, flowed into the afternoon, into the evening, really, I think. But I was in the shower after yoga before going out with my husband, and I just started crying in the shower. And I was like, what is going on? I just had this overwhelming feeling of, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to take long showers anymore. Like, I love taking really long showers, okay? I do. I like to sing in there and think and, um, you know, act, come up with ideas for podcasts, just like have conversations with myself. I love taking long showers. They're like, sometimes I meditate in there. It's just like a whole vibe. And I was in there, and it wasn't even that I was hurrying. I was taking one of my long, luxurious showers, and I was like, man, this is about to change. And I was in there bawling my eyes out. And I was like, whew, okay. And then I just came to terms with it, and then I felt better. And later on, I think later that evening, I was talking to my husband about it, and he was like, you okay? Yes. Yes, I'm good. I came to terms with it, like I said. But yeah, it just like hit me all of a sudden, um, that I'm not going to be able to do that all the time. I will have times that I'll be able to do that, but most times I know I'm going to have to take really quick showers if I can get a shower, you know? So, um, but I think one thing I really want to do is try to make time for things like that, whether it's, you know, when the baby's asleep or in the middle of the night. I want to make time for those me moments, because I think that's something that's going to be keeping me sane. Taking long showers, they're great. Do you like taking long showers? You have a concert when you're in the shower? Because I know I do. So on the first trimester video, I started talking about it and then I didn't finish my thought. Um, somebody asked on Instagram, what have I been doing to keep my immune system strong? What vitamins and supplements do I take, if any? And I started talking about the prenatal vitamins, which I'm still taking, the prenatal liquid. But there's also some other vitamins that I've been taking. Um, probably, well, no, I've been taking them longer than I've been taking the prenatal vitamins. Um, so the prenatal, I mentioned I started taking that months before becoming pregnant. But the other vitamins and supplements that I take are a B vitamin, a B complex, um, cod liver oil for the omegas and the vitamin A, a multi-mineral capsule, and magnesium. So I take those, and I take them in the evening because the cod liver pills, um, they repeat on me when I take them in the daytime and I burp. I can taste them and I don't like that. So I take them at night. And I don't have that effect if I'm sleeping. So yeah, so I take my supplements at night and then I take my prenatal vitamin in the morning. So that's what I take. Oh, and I also mentioned in that last video that I was drinking a vitamin supplement. So I drink that as well. It's an orange powder. If you're interested, you could comment and I can tell you the name of it. But it's this orange vitamin drink that we drink, and it has all this great stuff in it. Yeah, you just add it to some water, drink it, and you're good to go. We're gonna cut all of that out. We're gonna just cut all that out. Okay? So the first ultrasound, we waited till 20 weeks to do an ultrasound. Our schedule just didn't work out for us to be able to do it early on in the pregnancy, and that was fine. We had an option to do that, but our schedule just didn't permit. So at 20 weeks, we did an ultrasound. And our midwife does not have an ultrasound technician in her office. So she wrote us a prescription to go to a place and get an ultrasound done. So she was like, give them this slip, you know, this has everything, all your information on it, all my information. You just make an appointment with them and get your ultrasound. So I called the place and I went to make an appointment, and they were about to put me into their like new patient paperwork database. And I was like, wait, before I go forward and start like answering all these questions, can I ask a quick question? Like right now, during these times that we're in, are you allowing like spouses to come into the ultrasound appointment with the woman, or are you only allowing the person who's getting the ultrasound? And the person was like, let me check with my manager really quick. Can I put you on hold? And then he came back. He was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Like right now, because of the pandemanium, we're not really allowing anybody else in the room. If you need assistance, like if you're in a wheelchair or something, are you in a wheelchair? And I was like, no, I'm not in a wheelchair. He was like, yeah. So I was going to say, if you're in a wheelchair, they can escort you up to the door. But even from there, like they're not allowed in. It's only the person getting the ultrasound allowed in. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, this is my first child. And I really want my husband to be there in that moment that we're like finding out the gender, just seeing the ultrasound for the first time. Like I really don't want to do that by myself if I don't have to. I understand that so many women have had to do that by themselves, especially now, with the, I know a lot of people have been having to do that on their own. And if I don't have to, if I have other options, let me feel those options out and see what else we can do. So I'd called the midwife back and I let her know. And I was like, I remember in the beginning, like you'd mentioned an early ultrasound. And she was like, I'm so glad you called. I was thinking about you yesterday, and I have an ultrasound technician who comes in. She's not always in office, but she comes in on like certain times she comes in throughout, certain times of the month, I guess. So she was like, would you like me to set up an appointment with her so you can just get an ultrasound here at my office? And I was like, yes, of course. So we went to our first ultrasound appointment and we were able to be there together. Like I didn't have to record it for him to see later. He was there experiencing that with me, which made me so happy. I'm just really grateful that everything worked out. And that's what it seems like a lot of things in our world, a lot of things just work out that way. Like it looks like, this isn't gonna work, but something even better works out. So I'm really thankful that we had that opportunity to experience that together. And it was an awesome moment. It was really, really exciting. Yeah. So I've been waiting for those moments of being super emotional because of hormones. I've read so many threads online of ladies just talking about the things that made them cry during pregnancy. So I've been waiting for any of those moments because I'm like on a regular, because I'm usually a super sensitive person. So like I was waiting to feel those feelings, like the just overwhelmed with emotion and crying about food, but it's still pretty much the same, like cute puppies, baby videos that are super sweet. Like I will shed a tear over certain things, but like it's nothing more than usual so far. I'm waiting. I think it's still coming. I think it's gonna happen, but I have gotten emotional over some things, but I feel like it's regular emotional for me, because I'm, like I said, I'm sensitive, so I do cry about certain things, but it's nothing super extra since being pregnant. But again, I'm waiting for it. I feel like it's coming. So I've definitely been feeling the baby moving, and that's been fun. That's been really fun. And my husband got to feel the baby kicking. I think we had just finished eating a little while after we ate. Usually that's when the baby starts to move around more, after eating. So I was standing in the living room talking with him, and I was feeling the baby just moving, kicking in this area, and I was like, give me your hand. Because it was consistent for a while. So I was like, he can't miss this. Like, I know he should be able to feel this at this point, because I'm feeling it on my hand. I'm not only feeling it inside, but I can feel it on my hands, and just on my stomach. So I was like, he's got to feel this. So that was really exciting to share that moment with him. I'm so excited to be able to share the gender soon. We will be sharing with our family and friends and everybody very soon, very, very soon. So I'm really excited to start saying what the baby is. But so far I've been doing really good, and I've just been sticking with saying baby. So I'll say baby did this, and baby, baby. Yeah. So, but feeling baby kick has been really, really exciting, and I want to know what baby's doing in there. Like, I don't think baby's always just like kicking. I feel like sometimes it's like just moving around, and when I can feel like just sometimes we can one time we were sitting on the couch, and Sylvester looked over at me, and he could see that the baby, like this side of my stomach was sticking out more, and he was like, what is the baby doing? And I was like, okay, you can see that too? Like, this side of my stomach was protruding. So like, I feel like that's what the baby was doing. I wish I could see exactly what's going on in there, but I can't. But it's fun to just come up with scenarios, because why not? But yeah, that's been really exciting, being able to feel the movements and like see, differences, like where the baby is on what side. That's been really fun. All right, so I think that's it for this video. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your time. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message over on IG. My name is the same, Simply Rosemary, over on Instagram as it is here. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, guidance, peace, and much love.